So, discretionary fiscal policy is when Congress creates a new bill that is designed to change aggregate demand through spending or taxation. So, if here I have a recession, one of the things that the government could do through spending would be to increase spending. So, the increase in spending would shift the aggregate demand line to the right, which would create a new equilibrium point where you're in full employment. And then another way that the government could do this would be by decreasing taxation, which would increase the short run aggregate supply to the right, which would make this its new equilibrium point. So as you can see, the long run aggregate supply would be going right down the middle. So, non discretionary fiscal policy is permanent spending or taxation laws enacted to work counter cyclically to stabilize the economy. So, if the economy is doing really bad, there are things that are already placed in the system, such as welfare, unemployment benefits, or income tax, that are supposed to help get the economy back to normal. So, as you can see here, if there is a current recession going on, the government spending will automatically increase and taxes will automatically fall. So as you can see here, the decrease in taxes would shift the short run aggregate supply to the right, bringing you back to full employment. So expansionary fiscal policy are laws that reduce unemployment and increase GDP. So this is also known as the gas. So everything that you're doing is to bring that recessionary gap back to the right. So there are two scenarios here. With government spending, if you increase government spending, that's going to shift the aggregate demand to the right, bringing that back to full employment. Whereas if you decrease taxes, the short run aggregate supply is going to increase, bringing once again that line back to full employment. Contractionary fiscal policy has to do with laws that help reduce inflation or decrease GDP. So that could either include decreasing government spending or increasing taxes. So in this one scenario, all that this is going to be doing is decreasing or moving it to the left in order to shorten that inflationary gap. So if you are increasing taxes right here in this scenario, that's going to shift the short run aggregate supply to the left, back to full employment. And if you decrease government spending over here, that aggregate demand is going to shift to the left, closing the gap.